This is Sparta!
Egebus, your source for import toys. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Hello YouTube, UltraMaximus back with another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at another third-party figure, and it's the Perfect Effect PE-DX05 Leonidas Beast Muscle. This figure, this figure. So this is obviously a kind of, I guess, masterpiece style Leo Convoy from Beast Wars 2. And I got this actually as a birthday gift to me. It came in to the Egebus. Again, thank you, Henny. I appreciate it, sir. And he was able to get it out to me pretty quick. I think it's still on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. But yeah, this thing, definitely cool. As you can see, it's a pretty good-sized box. It's probably close to the Masterpiece Optimus Prime box, the Takara box, maybe a little bit shorter. But it's definitely cool. I like the packaging, how they did it. The artwork on it is really, really nice, which we'll take a look at here in a second. And it's definitely got a lot of heft to it, so I'm very appreciative of that thus far. But let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have the Leonidas in the packaging, and I gotta say, from the instant I pulled this thing out of the shipping box, I was very impressed with it. This is very nice artwork. I don't know who they got to do that, but that is absolutely gorgeous. I've never quite seen a piece of art like that for a Transformer, third-party Transformer figure. And to be honest, it looks very video game-like. And I would not mind a poster of this. I'd like to have a poster of this. It's very, very cool. But at the top it says Leonidas PE-DX05 Beast Muscle. We got a picture of Optimus here. He's got a sword, or Leo Convoy, not really Optimus. Looking all kinds of sick, like this nice little watercolor painting. Then it says Leonidas down here, Perfect Effect. Beast Muscle, looking super, super cool. So just kind of a close-up of this artwork here. Really, really sick. I mean, that's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. They did a great job with it. On the side, we got a picture of Leonidas in his robot mode, looking pretty cool. It's got the same logo up here, and then it says something in Japanese or Chinese. I cannot read that. And then Perfect Effect down at the bottom. Side of the package is exactly the same. Bottom of the package has all the warnings. Top of the package has the logo, which is pretty cool. Here is the back of said package. We got a picture of robot mode, picture of the lion mode, and then it's got all the different accessories that it comes with. Even comes with a display stand. That kind of surprised me. I was not expecting that. And then it tells you what the weapons are that it comes with. So just kind of a close-up here. So there are all the accessories. Looking cool. Picture of the lion mode. And then everything that it comes with. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. This is absolutely a box I will be keeping up on the shelf because, I mean, it's just gorgeous. So let's go ahead and get Leonidas out of the package and see what we think. And here we have Leonidas out of packaging, and this figure is quite amazing, I have to say. This is not a toy, but this is a piece. This has probably some of the most well-sculpted, well-painted, well-articulated parts I've seen on a figure. This is probably, I'm going to say, the third-party figure of the year. I am so impressed with this figure. Now, I'm going to go and talk about this thing quite a bit. This is probably going to be a pretty lengthy review. But first, I'm going to talk about the stand real fast. He does come with his own stand. It's got the Perfect Effect logo, and that's actually not a bad thing that he's got a stand, because the way the figure is built, you want to make sure that it's nice and stable and it doesn't, fall over or, fall off your shelf and break itself, because it's a really, really nice piece. And with that being said, it's not like this is an unstable figure or anything. It's got its balance points, but it's just one of those you don't want it to fall over. It's so nice. Looking at it, I mean, it's obviously Leo Convoy from Beast Wars 2. And it's got a very modern, updated kind of manga Gundam style. And a lot of people didn't really care for that. However, I like it. I'm not a big Gundam fan per se, but I definitely like it. I think it looks very advanced. It looks very, updated from the old Beast Wars stuff, and I appreciate that. I think that just looks really, really nice. There are die-cast parts on the figure, so this piece right here, on his shoulders die-cast, his forearms are die-cast, and then he's got die-cast down here in the legs. So, and I want to say there's die-cast in the waist, but I'm not sure. The instructions, I think, pointed those pieces out. So it is pretty hefty. It's got a lot of heft to it. The plastic is solid. Everything works really well. There's 60 points of articulation in this guy. His head is on a joint. There are obviously ball sockets around his shoulders. He's got elbow joints. His hands are articulated. He's got two joints in his chest, one down here at the waist, one at the upper torso. He's got ball joints in his hips. He's got knee joints, and the knee joints, depending on what pose you got him in, you can adjust the kneecaps so it doesn't expose any parts down below, which is very cool. He's got articulated ankles with pivot. There are covers right on the ankles, just like up here on the knees, that you can move around so it doesn't expose any parts. And he's got toe articulation, which is really, really nice. I do appreciate that. So yeah, overall, I mean, very, very, very well done figure. Just kind of spin it to the side here. I got the visor on here. I'm going to take that off here in a second. I don't particularly care for this little visor piece. It kind of gives it a Zoid look. I think that looks way better, so I'm just going to kind of throw that off here. Yeah, I mean, just all the detail going down. And I'll take some close shots up here so you can check all this out. And then the back of the figure, all of his weapons store on the back, which is really nice. He's got a very samurai look, and I really appreciate that. The tail coming down here, so he's got two different swords, and the swords are die-cast as well. And we'll look at all the weapons individually. His crossbow kind of forms up on his spine back here. He's got this little buttress that's got his two Optimus Prime style cannons, and then his Scorpion style power whip here folds up underneath that buttress, which is really, really weird. I was very shocked about that. And then the blades, the end pieces, actually turn into daggers, which is pretty damn cool. But oh yeah, the detail on this guy is utterly amazing. I'm in love with this guy. Absolutely in love with this figure. Just an absolute amazing figure. You can see it's got pretty good posability. The weight on it, very nice. It's a very hefty piece because, well, it's got those die-cast pieces in there. So let's go ahead and get some close-up shots. Alright, so here we have Leonidas, or Leo Convoy. Man, this thing looks good. The paint apps, I like all the white and the black. The lion face just looks really cool. It's got a lot of nice detail in it. The teeth, the vents, the red eyes painted on it just look really nice. The gold with all the red paint picks. All the parts on the back, just really well done. This shoulder over here, looking pretty cool. I like the red on the forearms. Definitely pretty cool. And then the chest. Oh, I like how it's kind of got this Optimus Prime type chest, and there's a little surprise inside of it, which is really cool. But yeah, overall, I mean, this thing just looks amazing. They spent a lot of time and a lot of effort in this, and like every single part on the figure has detail. Like there's nothing on this figure that's not detailed out, sculpted, or paint picked. And I mean, that's just really, really nice. And the Optimus style head just looks super wicked cool. So here we have a shot of the midsection, and yeah, really, really nice. I am digging it. I like the waist piece there, looks nice. The legs are sculpted well. I like the hands and the forearms, all the paint picks around there. The swords, I like how they kind of sit on that back piece. Of course, you got the cannons, which look really nice. Just a really super slick paint scheme. The back of the legs, the gray vents and the sides, all that just look super, super sick. And finally, just kind of a quick look at the lower legs and the feet. I mean, this was done very, very well. I like the big painted toes, the big lion toes, the little pieces in front of the ankles. I mean, the calves just look super nice. The gold and the gray and the white just look really cool. And I think that tail comes out pretty well as well. Pretty nice as well. With that translucent red, I think that's just really super sharp. And all the little details in the paint picks and the spots, and I mean, they just did a remarkable job. The front of the forelegs, the little gears on the side of the ankles, you know, the back of the calves, and even if you look at the back of the calves on the gold, we got the red paint picks. I mean, just absolutely a gorgeous piece. Alright, and here's kind of a tight shot on Optimus's face and chest. Just really, really nice. Very, very cool. Just all the detail. I'm just so impressed on it. But the other cool thing is you can actually lift up and back his chest piece like this. And then there's a little piece here you pull down. And there's a matrix inside. That's phenomenal. I really, really like that. I was not expecting that at all. I think that is just a really, really nice additive to the figure. Alright, so taking a look at all of his weapons and accessories, they just clamp onto the back of the figure. I'm just going to pull them off really, really quick. So you just want to pull this off. This is the crossbow, which I'll take a look at here, and then I'm going to pull out the back piece here. Come on, buddy. It won't come out because I'm messing with it. So everything else just kind of clamps there. And then if I can get this straightened back up. Here is Leonidas without all of the additional pieces. So if you want kind of a leaner look, you can definitely do that. Looks kind of funny without the extra parts, especially around the waist because it's so thin. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Definitely like it, but he's definitely got to have these weapon pieces. And looking at the weapons, the first one we'll take a look at here is his crossbow, which forms his spine. So what you want to do is you're going to flip these pieces up like that and spin it around. You're going to flip that up, spin it around, and then these pieces kind of flip out that way, and then flip this down like so, and he's got his little crossbow. So yeah, that's kind of cool, kind of neat. The whip piece is, like I said, it's just very strange that's all wrapped up in there. Gonna pull these bits out. This makes me nervous. I don't know about this. I don't think you want to do this too often. Now the whip actually comes with a couple extra parts, maybe in case something breaks or if you want to make it longer. You can do that. Throw that to the side. But yeah, so here's the whip. So if you want to, he can hold his little whip like that. Now, it does not straighten out to become like a spear. It is a whip because it is so articulated. That's just craziness of how articulated that is. And then this kind of pops out, which is really cool. And then you separate it out, and he's got two nasty looking daggers. I mean, those things, very, very cool looking. I'm very impressed with it. And then he also has these Optimus Prime style guns. So he does have the two of them, which is cool. So you can pull the gun piece down like that, and he's got this very G1 style Optimus Prime cannon. You can also flip this piece up here, flip this out, flip that down, and you can make a different style cannon, which is kind of interesting that they did that. And then he's got two swords right here that come in sheaths, and I mean, they did a great job with this. All the detail here, very, very nice, absolutely awesome. And then you pull the sword out, and that's metal. That's, the whole thing is solid metal, and it's like a nice metallic red paint to it. Just super slick. Very impressed with all the accessories. For size comparison, here's Leonidas next to the Transformers Age of Extinction Evasion Mode Optimus Prime with the DX9 armor upgrade. And, I mean, he's a lot bigger than this figure. So, you know, not much of a comparison, really. I mean, it makes him look like a little brick compared to the articulation and design in detail in this Perfect Effect figure. And here we have the Leonidas figure next to a masterpiece Year of the Goat Soundwave. You know, I think he's a little bit taller than Soundwave by the ears and definitely by the shoulders. Definitely scales very well with the larger masterpiece figures. I'm definitely excited about the piece. Here we have Leonidas with my MP10U KO Ultra Magnus figure, and this was probably my third-party pick of the year. I absolutely love this KO figure. However, man, this Leo Convoy, I think he really takes the prize in this. And finally, here he is next to the MP10 Year of the Horse Platinum Edition Optimus Prime, and they scale pretty well together. He's a little bit shorter than Optimus. He's definitely a lot more leaner, but overall, I think the scale works pretty well. I mean, the Beast Wars figures and the characters were supposed to be smaller than the, you know, original Transformers, so I'm okay with this scale. I mean, it's definitely going to go up one of my masterpiece section, I think, because the quality is absolutely there. I mean, it's just, it runs rings around this one, and I love this figure. I think this is a great figure, but this is definitely a much more in-depth figure, and this one was actually cheaper than this one, which is crazy. And here we have Leonidas in his lion mode. And, I mean, it's okay. It's the weaker of the two modes, definitely. But it's got all the components it needs. We get this really nice lion head sculpt here with this great big mane. He's got these golden claws. All these weapons are still on the back here. Now, I will say, posability is still pretty good in this mode. But my particular figure has got a little bit of a weak joint over here on the right arm in this mode, which doesn't really hurt it. It depends on what position I'm in. It kind of wants to go down, especially when I start moving the figure around. You'll kind of see it, I'm sure. But overall, I mean, I think it's a pretty good mode. It's not too terribly bad. It's a little lanky, especially in the middle there. Transformation is okay. The biggest thing is getting the headpiece to go around the Optimus head, and yeah, I mean, other than that, not too terribly bad. I mean, it's pretty much like any other beast type thing. You've got the middle sections, again, a little bit lanky, but I'm okay with that. It doesn't look too terribly bad. The head itself is actually really well done. There's the jaw is articulated, so it does see how it wants to go down. The jaw is articulated, which is really nice. I do appreciate that. And then all the weapons, like I said, store on it, which is very cool. I do dig that a lot. But overall, yeah, not too terribly bad of a lion mode. It gets the point across, I guess. So to give you a nice 360 view of the line mode, again, I mean, it's done pretty well. I like the head sculpt on it. The biggest issues, this joint right here is a little bit loose due to the weight of the figure, I think, and it's a little thin in the middle. I like the rear half of the line with all the weapons hanging off. I think that looks really nice. The tail looks cool. The hind legs work pretty well. Again, it's so thin right there. I wish it like bulked up a little bit more. But the head, yeah, I mean, this looks really nice. It's a great Leo Convoy head sculpt. They did a really great job with that. Is it the best line mode? No, but it's better than some. So another cool mode this has is an attack mode. And actually, I think it looks better than the other mode, really. It just looks really aggressive. You're essentially going to bring these cannon pieces up to, give them some height, and then you're going to take the crossbow and open it up on the back, take the sword sheaths off of the buttress, point them forward, and attach them onto the crossbow to give them these long cannons. And, I mean, it looks pretty darn cool. I think, personally, this looks better in this mode than it does in the other Lion mode. It just looks really super aggressive and really super sick. For comparison, here we have Leonidas with the Transformers Go Geku Semaru, I believe, and in the Nemesis Prime color scheme. So this is the only other Lion beast I've got in Transformers, but definitely very different. He's a lot taller, and while I do like the head sculpt on this guy, I think overall this is definitely a better presentation. Here's Leonidas with the Transformers Age of Extinction Slug, Walmart exclusive, which is basically a repaint of an old Beast Wars figure. Here's Leo next to the Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 3-step changer Grimlock. And here we have Leonidas next to the 10th anniversary Beast Wars Megatron. Yes. And finally, here he is next to Optimus Primal. This is the Takara Generations reissue figure. And, I mean, they actually scale pretty decently together, considering this is basically an old Beast Wars figure they redid. I really like the update on this one. It's a lot more modern, a lot more Neo, kind of go with that Beast Wars 2, Beast Wars Neo look, and definitely a very cool piece. So, is the Perfect Effect Leonidas a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes, if you like third-party figures, if you like the kind of upper-scale figures. If you're a Beast Wars 2 fan, this is a must-have figure. Now, this is not that cheap of a figure. It's about $144 at the Egibus, and he does, at the time of this recording, still have a few available. Check the link out below. Thank you again, Hanny. I am most appreciative. Definitely a cool-looking figure. I am very impressed with it. It is very detailed. There are a lot of moving parts on it. Nothing feels cheap by any means on this figure, but it goes back to that old adage, you get what you pay for. So while it is $144, you're getting a lot for your money, in my opinion. I think it's sculpted well, you get die cast, you get phenomenal detail, phenomenal paint apps. I mean, you just cannot go wrong with this figure. That being said, if you're a fair-weather Transformers fan or you got little kids, this is definitely not anything for them because it will probably break pretty quick in the hands of a 6-year-old. But the adult collector, this is what you want and definitely will look great up there on that masterpiece shelf. Or, if you're building, a new Beast Wars shelf, I think it'd be pretty cool. And we're getting a masterpiece Optimus Primal, and I can't wait to compare the two. So there he is, the Perfect Effect Leonidas, aka not Leo Convoy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and as always, look for more videos in the future.